I'm lost in darkness, searching for light. Every step forward feels like a fight. Shadows of doubt creep in my mind, but I refuse to surrender. I must find a way to rise above the pain, to overcome, to break the chains. My existence is a test of will. I won't be broken, I'll stand still. The weight of the world crushes me down. Fear and uncertainty all around. But I deep find inner strength and face the trials length by length. A way to rise above the pain, to overcome, to break the chains. My existence is a test of will. I won't be broken, I'll stand still. Through every storm, I'll find my way. Through every night, a brighter day. I'll rise from ashes, like a phoenix born. My spirit unbroken, my heart reborn. I've walked through fire and emerged scarred, but wiser, stronger, and unmarred. My existence is a test of will, of trials overcome, of a soul made bold. The way of the world, above the pain, to overcome, to break the chains. My existence is a test of will. I won't be broken, I'll stand still. Oh, made bold. Through every storm, I'll find my way. Through every night, a brighter day. I'll rise from ashes like a phoenix born. My spirit unbroken, my spirit unborn. Day to day, nothing changes. All I want is a moment to think clearly, but thoughts come unrelenting, consuming every waking moment. My mind binds me and I can't escape. I shout for help when no one hears me. One day I feel I'll just disappear. Lost in this chaos, I'm certain.
Greetings and salutations, everyone, and welcome to the Dirt Sheet Radio Raw post-show rewind for December the 16th, 2024. I'm Tyler, the Pro Wrestling Hipster, here with little Molly Holly, the long-haired Chihuahua, joined by...
How's it going, guys? As always, I'm Caesar, hanging out with these two, sitting down discussing that thing we love to discuss, Monday Night Raw, and what an episode with an ending that we are all very happy about. Tyler, what are we listening to right now?
Oh, this is Sasuke Creations. This is Lord Fighter. Fantastic jam to open the show. We love it every week. Really starts the show.
Oh, yeah.
Good high energy. Fantastic. And also, guys, before we get into all the proceedings tonight, and I think the joyous main event ending we have this evening on Raw, I do have to give that ever-important shout-out to our partner on the web, comicbookclick.com. That is comicbookclick.com/Dirt Sheet Radio for all of your comic book entertainment, pop culture, professional wrestling, all of your needs in one convenient location. Check it out, make it your homepage, look at it multiple times a day, just like we do. Not because we're legally obligated, no, but because we love doing it. But guys, we are here to talk about Monday Night Raw, and great show tonight. We got, they're also, right now, as we speak, they are recording segments for next week's Monday Night Raw. So it is going to be a recorded show next week.
Oh, no.
Due to the, the Christmas holiday coming up,
it's actually really funny.
Papa H wants to give everybody some time off there. So it's really nice, and you can't fault the guy for that. Fantastic, really.
Oh, no, you can't. No, I was going to say, I think it's really funny that the day that they have a pre-recorded episode, I get a paid day off that day. I'm like, what the hell?
Right.
Damn it, Hunter.
Go Canada. But they so I don't know this. I'll have to verify it, but I assume that they'll be doing the same for NXT tomorrow night. I imagine. No. But they're going to make NXT. They're going to make NXT work on Christmas Eve next week. All right, fine. Let's see how it is.
That still scares the shit out of me that next week is Christmas.
Hey, sneaks up on you fast, man. And it's almost New Year,
or as we call it up here in Canada, Wednesday.
It's still Christmas. This isn't like Thanksgiving.
Christmas,
stop it. You're going to confuse the American audience, Caesar. They're going to think the Canadians don't celebrate Christmas.
That was the plan. It's official.
It's official. Guys, we need to talk about Monday Night Raw. We have to talk about the main event we had tonight for the Tag Team Championship. The War Raiders taking on the Judgment Day. And after a fantastic, hard-fought match, the War Raiders
finally
picking up the win in just over 16 minutes tonight. Fantastic victory, big victory for them. Hopefully these belts get defended a little more often now that they're
once a year.
For the War Raiders, yeah.
They
got fireworks, man. They got fireworks and pyro after this win, so they're treating it like a really big deal.
Look at was it Eric on the right there? He's like a little kid with the title in his hand. He's freaking loving it.
It's fantastic.
Great. It is.
You love to see it. And they had a vignette earlier in the night that we kind of go ahead and touch on now, but it really, kind of ran down their story of, how many times they've been close to retirement and, fought their way back from injury and, issue. And bam, here they are, tag team champions. What do you think this is going to do to the Judgment Day, Caesar?
I don't give a shit. Good riddance with them with that belt title reign of theirs. I am glad it's done. There's their title reign and Roman Reigns' title reign. Those two can be shit canned. I'm just saying it now. I'm being the asshole. Because we need real tag teams, not, John Smith and Joe Smith to be on a tag team together.
Well, they sound like they'd be, hold on. They sound like they'd probably be brothers, which is illogical.
I'm just saying, they're brothers. Judgment Day, or just two dudes they slap together. He can go back to the fairy Neverland, or whatever the frick it's called now. Take care of Shrek. Take care of Shrek and Donkey. None of this crap here. And Finn can go to Christmas Land or some shit. I don't know. Direct all of your angry messages to @NoobTube. I had nothing to do with that tirade. That was 100% Caesar. Goddamn! With a resume like that, you're talking eventual first ballot Hall of Famer with that kind of credentials. Hey, Randy. How's it going, Randy? Weren't they another company's tag champs too, or am I wrong? Or am I thinking of a different team?
What company were you thinking?
PWG.
What?
PWG.
I don't know that they were PWG champions.
There was a picture. It might have been Ring of Honor, but there's a picture. I think you or John showed me one time, and it was both the boys in the ring and just gear, no fancy makeup or crap like that, and they were holding up two belts, both of them. it looked like a small venue, but they were still holding up 2 tag belts together.
Hard to say. They had a hell of a run on the Indies there before they
No,
got.
I'm saying they've won belt. So, but either way, again, cheers.
I bet they have side plates before the morning.
Wait, 3 in the morning Eastern or Pacific?
Pacific, just kind of hedge it a little bit. But the match itself was fantastic. There was a spot late in the match where Finn Balor was going for a chair, and the chair was grabbed by Damian Priest and held.
I was so freaking excited.
Yeah, I love Joey Test on the call here. The chair won't move for some reason. And then, then the camera pans and it's, a hooded, jacketed Damian Priest. Max says they were never PWG champs.
Max a walking encyclopedia.
Yeah, it's true. It is true. But thank you, Mac, for the correct info there. But yeah, I love this spot here, kind of continuing the issues between Priest and Balor here. And it'll obviously kind of give Finn something still to do and concentrate on as Judgment Day continues to fracture and dissolve.
They have no clubhouse, no tag belts.
Carlito can't even play as himself because they don't have the DLC.
Farquaad is going back to Never Neverland. Like, it's going apart. No, I don't think that's Ireland. I think it's Never Neverland. But anyways.
Okay. Yeah, but what do you think of the match itself, though, man?
I was stoked to see how it went out. Like, there were moments that, you hate the heels. You're like, okay, these are going to be dicks and do some shady shit. And they didn't do any shady shit. So, it was good. I think it was, was the Warriors, like, their tandem move they were going to do, where Ivar jumps off the ropes and Finn pulled them down. I got really scared there because I was like, oh shit. Like, don't do this to him. He's going to be a tag champ.
There were a couple of close calls in that where I actually thought they were going to still go with Judgment Day. Like, I thought we were going to be starting this show so angry tonight.
I was about to start. I would have been like screaming in the front yard right now about this.
Just with your camera trained on you.
I was just getting a POV angle.
In the wilderness.
Yeah, running through the forest, screaming and swearing. No actual contextual litigations. Big words,
But yeah, great main event. Placed in the right spot. We'll talk about this as we go on. There were only 3 matches. On a 2-hour Raw tonight, and we'll kind of get into that as we go on. But we'll see what they do for next week. But Caesarman, anything else on tonight's main event? The new tag team champions, or shall we hop around?
I hope you're right, and they get those side plates before like tomorrow. And again, big shout out to the boys for winning finally. Instead of being those 2 dudes.
I mean, I imagine they'll have side plates on next week's Raw, which is being recorded right now.
Shh. You guys,
magic of television.
Dirt Sheet Radio exclusive.
Oh goodness.
You heard it here first. We told you.
Well, they heard it here. I mean, first, I don't know necessarily, but they heard it here. I meant the part about like it being pre-recorded. It's like,
whoa. Oh my god.
Oh, geez.
Anyways, back to the show.
Hey, so tonight's Monday Night Raw came to us live. I can say that this week. Live from Boston, Massachusetts at the TD Garden. The show opened with Wade Barrett and Joey Test running down the show as the wrestlers made their way. Just like Tarver, like Tarver used to do in the Nexus.
It's like a JT. Joey T.
Do it. It's as a gimmick that should be like on shirts and signs. But they ran down the show tonight as wrestlers were filing in to the building as they do here typically now. They showed the clip of Kevin Owens hitting that package pile driver on Cody Rhodes after the Saturday night's main event. And they said that later tonight they would give a medical update on the American Nightmare. They cut to the entrance where CM Punk's music hit, and he made his way into the arena to pretty good pop of cheers. Hi guys, CM Punk here. nicer, gentler Punk. My contract says I have to be nice, so here we are.
Yeah. Hi, buddy.
But CM Punk, the fans chanted his name. He told him to be careful. He told him to be careful chanting his name because there's some people that might not like it. Might not like it. He called out a guy in the front row wearing a New York Mets jersey.
Do you get
Boston.
that? Do you get that? I'm Canadian, so I don't understand it.
So there's a lot
Canadian
of
Canadian
it? De-Canadian it. Well, there's a lot of bad blood between New York-based teams and Boston-based teams. Typically more like the Yankees and the Red Sox, I think is where that, but it spread to other franchises and other sports. Kind of think like who's I don't know, as like the Maple Leafs. Who does Toronto hate? Like
everyone.
So they're the Yankees.
No, the only one I can think of is like, it's like up here. It's like how we have like Toronto and Montreal, or like Ottawa and Toronto, or Detroit and Toronto.
So it really is everyone in Toronto.
Yeah,
we don't hate the Mets. We hate the Yankees. That's fair, Mac. Yeah, but most people.
He's actually saying Butch.
Okay, you're right. Butch, please. Punk is a Butch. All right, there you are.
You can't say that on live streaming TV.
That ain't PG.
Yeah, Mac, you're fired. Get lost. I can control that. No.
But Punk's out there, and he says that it's only a matter of time when he's out here talking to his people before he's interrupted and has to hear that music.
That's stupid. He said
stupid music. Crowd kind of sings it a little bit. Punk continued to mock Seth's entrance attire, his clothing, and he mentioned here the like Liberace thing. Were people calling Punk out on saying stuff like that? Because he's made mention of his like Elton John glasses, his Liberace clothes, and I didn't feel that anyone online had been calling Punk out for anything that was even close to like homophobic. But he made mention here that like he likes Liberace. He thinks Liberace is cool.
I think he just used that to cover his ass.
Hey, Liberace appeared at a WrestleMania. So.
I mean, like, he probably does like Liberace, but he probably accentuated more. Like, he had to say it to cover himself.
No, Mac, don't go, Mac. Don't go, Mac.
He'll be in his trailer complaining for the next 20 minutes.
But Punk laid into Seth here pretty hard. It was saying like Seth's mad at him because he ghosted him, and he said that like he can teach him a lesson if he really wants to be his student. It was pretty he ran the guy down, Caesar. That's what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
He ran him down, and he had mentioned that he's not tougher than Drew McIntyre, and they had to staple Drew back together when Punk was done with him. And then after all of this, as the crowd begins to chant CM Punk again, over the mic you hear CM Punk being spoken by Seth Rollins, who's in the audience.
He's doing the J.U. entrance.
Look at that baby back there. He's taunting CM Punk from the crowd. And Punk even said that's where you belong with all the CM Punk fans.
Yeah, I don't know. It's gotten to the point where I'm just like, let me just let these two get it over with and fight. That's all I've done at this point with these two, at least.
Well, as they continue to jaw here, Seth did make his way down there, and the two did brawl. And brawl did they. Punk's hair is all fluffed up in that picture. All around. Wait a second. Hold on. I'm sorry. They have specialty chairs for Raw now?
I see VIP. That's what I see.
Yeah, but it's got the WWE logo on the back there.
Maybe it's like every certain time.
Interesting.
Maybe like it's like what am I thinking here? Like they have like an in-house special kind of thing that we don't know about. I don't know. If only we had somebody that was at the arena tonight.
But they jawed, they brawled, and they went all around the arena. They got pulled apart. Punk broke free. They brawled some more. Pretty good segment, I thought overall. And this does lead, and they announced it later tonight. But we will be getting CM Punk and Seth freaking Rollins one-on-one in a ring, and that is going to be taking place on the Netflix premiere, the January 6th.
You mean that Monday Night Buffering?
Hey, we'll see what they do with football on Christmas, okay? They've got another chance at this to correct all of the mistakes.
Yeah, I'm sorry. But, like, if we're
You have no
watching...
faith, do you? You have no
I
faith.
have faith, but did you imagine, like, a huge moment where, like, someone comes to the Titantron and, like, say, like, the screen goes black because there's, like, a big entrance? And then you just see, like, the loading thing spiraling? Wouldn't you want to smash your TV, too?
Everybody's entrance starts to look like the old Matt Hardy version 1. Like, real stutter, AOL kind of buffering thing.
Okay, so what AOL was...
Yeah, gosh, yeah. Yeah, kids, so they would send us a floppy disk in the mail, and that gave you, like, 15 free hours of AOL.
That was a lot back then.
It was.
You got 1 hour, and it was like, guys, I have an hour.
It took so long to download.
My favorite was, like, when he did those entrances, and it actually, it would freeze the video. Yeah, but the rest of the screen is still moving. So he's got his arm in here like this. He's like...
It was great.
I know, it was so cool. You're like... And then the Matt Hardy facts were great, too.
I will never tire of Matt facts. Strongly.
If you can tire of them, you have no soul. Because those are so great.
Yeah, fantastic.
But as good as, like, the R-Truth stuff, basically, I would say.
Height of wrestling comedy. The height of wrestling.
It was dumb, but it was entertaining as can be. So, cheers.
Agreed. But so, anything else on tonight's opening segment? Punk Rollins.
Let's just get to it. Simple as that.
January 6th. It's official. All right. So
Monday Night Buffering.
We got backstage to the Judgment Day. Finn was already looking pretty sour here because he wasn't happy that no one came to help him on Saturday night. And Liv said, we thought you had it. We all believe in you, And Raquel was saying that tonight she was going to win her match because when you listen to Finn, you win. Apparently not.
What a shitty saying.
Yeah, it's not going to be on signs anytime soon, but, it rhymed.
Signs.
It rhymed. Basically. So after that, they did one of the things I sincerely don't like them doing. They had Ludwig Kaiser make his entrance, and they cut to a commercial. And then when they came back, they had a segment backstage.
All right.
Before Braun Breaker's entrance.
I'm just going to say this right now. These two don't deserve what they were given tonight. Now, when I say that, I'm going to clarify before someone stabs me or Mac yells at me. But it pisses me off. They even did it to the War Raiders, too. And it'd be like the War Raiders tag, and we're going to commercial. Look, when Kaiser does something cool, we go to commercial.
Yeah.
Like, it really sucks if you're at home.
No picture-in-picture either.
No, they've been slowly implementing it, but even then, it's like, that's not fair to those guys. Because Ludwig and Bron are becoming really big stars, whether you're a fan of them or not. And the War Raiders were doing some seriously sick stuff tonight.
And furthermore, these are title matches.
That's even worse.
Like, I honestly don't think they should be taking breaks during matches to begin with, but especially during title matches. But
it's just it just feels like a middle finger.
It really is. I understand that they're trying to make their ad revenue, but it's irritating. It is irritating. Before, go ahead.
Oh, I'll say this in conclusion. It's like, especially if you know it's gonna be a good match. Like, I'm not a huge fan of Braun or Ludwig, but when they go together, I've been getting a bit more excitement towards it. So it's like, again, when some cool shit happens, and they cut to Ludwig doing his pose. Oh, we'll be right back. Like, could you imagine if we did that with streaming? Like, here, Tyler, hey guys, so next match, you know what I mean? Like, we did that,
and then we show a Charmin ad. Yeah, it's I don't know. I would prefer them not to do it, obviously, but I don't think there's anything that's just the state of television, unfortunately. But
It was still a good match, but
It was. But before the match took place, we backstage had Seth Rollins raging around angrily with Adam Pearce storming up to him. He said he wants to fight with Punk, and Pearce was shouting that if you just like stop, I can get this figured out for you. So he walks off, and up comes Drew McIntyre, who tries to make nice with Seth, saying that like, hey, you still hate Roman Reigns. I hate Roman Reigns.
Oh my God.
Down the bloodline. Did we just become best friends? And Seth said, no, we didn't. He's like, look, Sami Zayn's my friend. Jey Uso is my friend. You're not my friend. Common interests don't make you friends. But yeah,
so if it was a tag team, I'd watch that. Drew's a monster and Seth's an asshole. Let's go.
Yeah. But Seth said he's going to go do something that Drew couldn't, and that is end CM Punk.
I don't think either of them can.
No. But we had technology. But Joey test real quick through to a clip of Bron Breakker calling Ludwig Kaiser Gunther's watchdog from last week on Raw. He slaps him across the face. But Bron Breakker makes his entrance, and we have Intercontinental Championship on the line. Bron Breakker and Ludwig Kaiser. I love that. Third title defense in this current reign. 56 days Intercontinental Champion.
You know what they should do?
What's that?
Bring back actual Titantron videos.
You say this very often. And
I know.
I agree with you wholeheartedly.
It's a beef I've had since like they stopped. Like, I'm sorry, but I will always say that every.
You're going to bring it up. You're going to bring it up until they do it. You're going to bring it up until they do it.
And I'm not talking like they have to have like every moment of their career. I'm just talking some sweet like moves of theirs that are very known for.
Just sync up some badass looking shit to their music.
I'm sorry.
That's all you have to do.
I'm seeing it now. They've got enough videos of Bron Breakker breaking people.
Yeah, with 2Ks, guys. With 2Ks.
Well, at this point, like 9 because how many times he's broken people.
But this, I think, was probably, as happy as I am about the War Raiders winning, this I think, was match of the night. This was fantastic. Went just about 19 minutes. Bron Breakker retaining the Intercontinental Championship.
I had no second thought of him not winning.
No. I knew he was going to retain, but it was a great match. They had some really believable near falls for Kaiser. Kaiser really, really working the shoulder of Bron Breakker, and him showing a little bit of vulnerability with that shoulder being worked over like that.
All I had to say is I'm glad Bron didn't try, anything as stupid this time as like the last time where he jumped the ropes he jumped across the table. There we go. Whatever he did. Like, I'm sorry, but you're not Darby Allin.
Sternum first on the corner of the commentary table.
Don't bring that up. That reminds me of
it
bad
hurt.
chest.
It hurt to watch.
I just want to see a match where Bron just keeps it in the ring and just does badass shit. That's it. I know it sounds like I'm limiting him, but
he's always going to do badass shit. He might also be doing it outside the ring. But he gotta talk about that spot, the run around the ring kick spot that Ludwig Kaiser does.
Yeah,
he has Bron set up for it. Goes to run around. In the meantime, Bron had dropped down and started to run the same direction around the ring. Ludwig looks around confused, like it's a Looney Tunes cartoon, and then bam, that shoulder block. It's a fantastic spot. I love it. It's showing the speed, really, of both men. I
would love to put a speedometer kind of thing on Bron. Because there's times where I wonder if they're lying and he's going faster.
I doubt he's going fast.
I mean, like, not like super, super fast. I'm talking like maybe a little bit faster.
He is fast, though.
It could be true. You never know. Momentum, science words. We need science people in here.
Momentum, inertia.
Reaganomics.
No, that's not a physics. Oh, jeez.
This is why we're not on Build Out of Science Guy. We're on Dirt Sheet Radio live every Monday.
I'm steering this back to the show. So backstage, Xavier Woods and
this shit.
And Kofi Kingston walking down the hallway. They go to walk in the locker room, and they are stopped by a very pink Rey Mysterio. And Rey tells them that they're not welcome in the locker room anymore. They were so mean and cruel to Big E. No one likes them. They want them gone. They can't change in the locker room anymore. And Xavier's like, well, fine, we didn't want to change with you anyway. Whatever, we don't care. But holy hell, the continuation of New Day being persona non grata for what they said to Big E a few weeks ago.
Can I be brutally honest here?
Oh, please do.
Why does Kofi look like he's like running a nightclub? And why do I feel like, oh, I love you too, Mac. Don't worry. And why do I want to have the sudden urge to want to like smack Xavier? Not punch him, just one smack across the face. It just went. Well,
he's doing his job.
And of course, you can't hate on Ray, dude. Man Walker in full blown fluorescent pink. There we go.
Yep. But he matched the mask.
I'd rock that.
I wonder which one he pulled out first. He's like, you know what? How I'm going to do this.
Ray, you're wearing full pink ready. I don't know. For the pink mask, I don't know.
That'd be badass, man.
Oh, no shit, Sherlock, right?
Like pink wrist tape, you know. But yeah, so I dug the segment. I like that they're doing this with New Day. That like just they didn't even physically touch Big E. They just said really mean stuff.
No,
and everyone, like including like ring crew and backstage workers and stuff, everyone's like turning away from New Day now.
Yeah, see what I was seeing on the beloved IWC. And some of our amazing fans on the Dirt Sheet Radio page have been discussing is who's got more heat now, them or Dom?
It's a slightly different kind of heat, but I think Dom's is starting to die down. We'll talk about that in just here in a bit.
I mean, like it is still pretty strong. I do agree it has died down, but New Day's is like, oh, oof.
It's picking up. New Day's
it's a barn burner.
You broke your neck, so what?
Yeah, walk it off, bitch. Like, oh man, we'll see what happens soon.
Yeah. But from there, they threw to a photo set of Mike Tyson holding up Steve Austin's arm from WrestleMania 14, and this led into them talking about the Winged Eagle title that Cody wore to the ring.
That was so nice.
Made of it, love it. And then they showed some clips from the match between Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens. Again, culminating with that beautiful package pile driver. Do you think they're going to start letting him do it?
On occasion.
Like, because they made mention that pile drivers are illegal. They brought that up. The pile drivers are illegal.
Maybe they'll do one of those things where, like, it's protected. So, like, if he hits it, that person's done kind of thing.
Right.
And they'll only use it, like, the big shows. Like Rumble, but Mania.
Not on the big show. Not the big show.
If Kevin Owens can do it to the big show, whew.
Big Show can't take that move now.
Big Show can't. But no, they'll probably projectile it.
But I like that they're making it seem so devastating. That Cody got stretchered out after the move. But from there, we did get that medical update. They said that Cody suffered from cervical swelling and was kept overnight at a local hospital that was not named. The x-rays were negative when it came to any sort of fracture, so Cody's home and resting. So.
Yeah. Please, I will say this one thing. Please do not have him come back this Friday. Keep him off for like a couple weeks, maybe. And then like...
Did they already tape SmackDown for this week?
No, I thought they're doing it where like Monday, where like they would do the one episode live, and then when that's finished, they would film afterwards. But what I'm saying is like keep him off until like maybe the new year. But even then, it's like him filming from his house saying, "Hey guys, I'm here. I can't be there tonight because I'm still injured." Blah blah blah, kind of thing.
Right. And
then he pops up at like New Year's Evil. No, that's too soon. Mid-January, because Royal Rumble's February. I don't know. Just don't do it too soon. It looks too cheeky.
January 6th is really soon.
Like even if he doesn't like, he's written off, and then boom, Netflix debut. His music plays. That'd be cool, but don't rush him. That's what I'm saying. That's all.
No, I agree. Protect certain moves. You need to do it.
Especially that one.
But after this, they aired the promo vignette with the War Raiders that we discussed about. We discussed during the main event. Yeah, really, it made me nervous because it was such a well put together vignette, and it filled me with such like hope and spirit for their match tonight that I started to second guess myself and think that they weren't going to win the match. But
I was ready to freak out if they lost.
Oh, I know you were. But from there, we went backstage. We had Kathy Kelly talking to Raw General Manager Adam Pearce about some of the matches that would be potentially occurring on that January 6th episode of Raw, other than Roman versus Solo Sikoa. I love that we're getting Roman Reigns tribal rules on the Raw. But this is when they officially announced that we would be getting Punk and Rollins. So it's official. Live on Netflix Monday Night Buffering, as Caesar likes to say. I hope you're wrong about that. But what are you thinking about this? About the fact that they're doing this, basically like a pretty big marquee SmackDown match on the Raw.
Yeah. I'm just kind of really sick of these whole tribal rules matches. And when it comes to Seth and Punk, I think they should have done that stuff like way back when the hype was real, like super, super big.
Punk was hurt for a while there.
Not for like super, super long, but I don't know. It feels like they stretched it out for way too long, kind of thing. I mean, sure, it's gonna be cool to see how it turns out. But,
well, and there's another feud that they're kind of touching back into now that I felt like they waited too long to get to. We'll talk about that a little bit.
I think I know what you're talking about there. But if I'm being like actually truthful about it, yeah, it'll be cool. I mean, I'm not a big fan of the whole bloodline thing because shit's gonna go sideways, and all the rumored debuts are people are showing up or whatever.
Well, and it's worth mentioning that during this segment where Adam Pearce was talking to Kathy Kelly, the trailer behind him had The Rock's face like clear right behind him, and that stuff's pretty intentional these days. They like to drop their little hints in the background of shots and whatnot, so I think so.
Oh boy. My favorite. If we're speaking about that one, I'm not a SmackDown guy, but I want to say this. I love when out of the blue I saw pictures. They're like, "Oh look, DIY are tag team champs," and I was like, "I forgot about those belts."
So
like, I'm just being honest. I completely forgot.
You're living your truth, man. You're living your truth.
So we'll see what happens.
Speaking of people that live their truth.
Our truth.
The Judgment Day. Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez, and Dominic Mysterio made their way out to the ring. And Liv said that 2024 was the year of Monday Night Morgan, and they're just getting started. I don't really understand that. You can't really just be getting started because the year's almost over. But I get what you mean. I get the spirit of it.
Yeah. I don't know. Every other week, she's like, "It's over. It started. It's over. It started." Oh my God, shut up.
But she did shut up pretty quickly, as she wasn't out there talking for too long before she was interrupted by Rhea Ripley, and I really need us to get done with this feud.
You, me, Mac, and like probably half the IWC want that feud over with.
Like this wasn't even the thing I was talking about, where it's like maybe gone on too long. But this is on that list of things. Like it needs to be done.
This is like on the same level of ending the Fast and Furious series.
Oh, jeez.
Just saying, like, holy crap. Pretty soon you're going to hear Rhea versus Liv part 11.
Well, I mean, that's the thing. This was just, again, they're going to have a match again. Rhea Ripley's #1 contender for some reason. And
Adam a drink.
Really, the highlight of this was when she referred to Dom as a chicken tender slut. Little chicken tender slut.
I don't remember hearing the little part, but little chicken tender slut. That sounds like such a Rock thing to say.
So Liv Morgan loses the belt, right? This has got to be it.
Please.
Right. It's got to be. Well, Mac in the chat is saying it's going to. I hope you're wrong, Mac.
No way.
Mac,
But as soon as Rhea Ripley and Io Sky grabbed the belts and stared each other down, what was it, last week? I saw the future. I saw the promised land. That's your WrestleMania match. Not this shit. This shit is cooked. This shit is dead. In the water. It's over. Give Rhea the belt back. Have Io win the Royal Rumble or some shit. Easy peasy.
hire John.
No, please. I don't need any more stress.
We've said this a couple weeks ago, but at this point, the women's title on Liv is just kind of a prop.
No, don't even say kind of.
Okay, it's a prop. It's run its course. It's done. So, Judgment Day's losing all of its gold. Judgment Day's falling apart. This is it. She'll blame Dom. She'll dump Dom. Dom's gonna be all on his own.
And then in comes R-Truth to save him somehow.
Oh, they'll be friends.
And then somehow it'll loop around and his dad will come in and then they'll become tag champs. There you go. You're welcome.
Long-term storytelling. Oh gosh.
No, the belt needs to go. I'm sorry, but her title reign was, that's again to quote John Cooked a long time ago. The one part that really kind of threw me was 2 weeks ago, maybe, or a week ago. I can't remember which one it was. But there was that one episode where she tried attacking Rhea, and she basically just jumped on her back and started like going like like hitting her, and I'm like, oh my god, this is so stupid.
Yeah, just be done with the feud.
Get the bug spray out.
We'll move on from it.
But, please.
But going back to the backstage, Jackie Redmond was approaching Seth Rollins and talking about Pierce making his match with Punk official. And in the background, you see a very pissed off Drew McIntyre just marching towards Seth, and then Sammy just sideswipes him. They brawl backstage, and they're just till they're pulled apart by the security and officials backstage. After that, Zoey Stark made her ring entrance, and we went to commercial.
You know what? I can't get past.
What? Hold it.
Yeah.
After the commercial coming back, we had The Miz hanging out with Paul Ellering and AOP. And he was saying, like, look, you guys don't need me anymore. I'm done. And then again, Karrion Kross Scarlett walk up, and Kross is like, hey, no, you're done when I say you're done. In fact, you know that guy that kidnapped and tortured you?
Do you have that meme ready? I know you want to show it off.
I don't have a meme.
Oh, no, the one about me, apparently.
Oh no, I did not put that in yet. But,
Matt Taven.
Hey, Matt Taven's a real nice guy.
I said Matt Taven.
Matt Taven.
Whenever he says Matt Taven, I say Mac Taven as I can. Not as an insult, just because I say it as I can.
But The Miz is going to have a match with Dexter Lumis next week.
They actually, I saw a picture. It said in brackets, funeral.
He'll be killed.
Oh, so easily. Sorry, Miz. You can go home to Maurice now and stay with her for a while. Or as we call her up here in Canada, Maurice.
Karrion Kross said he's not certain if The Miz can beat Loomis, but they'll keep testing the Wyatts. You know, he said he's teaching The Miz that if you make a deal with the devil, you don't run out on him. It's interesting the way he said that. He's testing the Wyatts like the Velociraptors in Jurassic Park. The testing the fence for weaknesses.
I don't understand.
So the feud between the Miz and the Final Testament and the Wyatt Six continues. All right. So up next, we had. So Raquel Rodriguez was already in the ring from the Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley segment. Zoey Stark made her entrance. We then had Kayden Carter make her entrance for the triple threat, which was the first round of the Women's Intercontinental Championship tournament.
Ooh. Sorry, I actually have a question for you.
Yeah.
Did you notice the Kayden Carter's aura was different tonight?
I'm going to be completely frank here.
No, you didn't.
No one got a reaction, really. You take, and I mean this with respect, because first of all, I'm a big Zoey Stark fan. I think Zoey Stark's a fantastic talent. I just don't know why she can't quite get that response. But she does not get a good response. Raquel Rodriguez on her own right now does not get a good response. She was starting to before she had the medical issue. And you don't get a good response with Kayden Carter. You put all three of them in a match together, and the crowd goes mild.
I mean, I've seen libraries that were louder.
There's a bar here downtown called the Library, so I guarantee there are libraries that are louder. But here's the thing. I do think when it was all said and done, I think the right woman won, which Caesar, I think you disagree with me on that. But just around 10 minutes, Zoey Stark picks up the win after the sloppiest Z360 I've
almost
ever seen
killed Kayden Carter, putting that whatever it's called C3PO down.
Yeah. But I do like that Zoey Stark won this. Of the three, I think that she has the most upside right now as a singles competitor.
Well, I'll give you this first. With Kayden Carter, her aura felt different compared to usual when she's with like Katana, which is cool. I'm not saying it was like, oh my god, make her the champion. But what I felt like was, who's the best person that can be fed to Dakota Kai next week and lose? Because I think Dakota's going to win next week, in all honesty, if we're being frank about it. But who knows?
But it wasn't the best match tonight, and there were only 3 matches, guys. It wasn't a wrestling heavy Raw.
They need to do an actual Raw where it's like 2 promos and like a bunch of matches.
That's NXT.
Oh, yeah,
that's what NXT is.
I'm gonna watch NXT for scientific purposes.
Are there scientific purposes Jada Parker and Lola Vice?
Lola Vice and Stephanie Becker.
Okay.
And Julia's video, if you've seen it.
We're moving back into it. we're gonna just sway back here. Back in the backstage area, we had Maxine Dupree, Otis, and Tozawa. They were talking to R-Truth, and they asked what they thought of his commercial. If you haven't seen the recruitment ad for Alpha Academy, go check it out. It's pretty funny.
I might have missed it, so I have to go with myself.
Yeah, you can go. According to the commercial, you can have an all beef dinner with Otis. But then apparently includes lamb. But
I had lamb actually.
I've had it in like a gyro.
Those are good though.
Yeah, delicious.
But I'm saying like just straight up like ground lamb. Wonder how that'd be.
Or a lamb shank or a what's the thing they're always making on Hell's Kitchen? Like the lamb lollipop.
Rack lamb, probably.
Rack lamb.
Yeah. They trim it down and then they season it. I was gonna say, can you imagine a lamb taco? What? No, but I mean, like, if you use like salsa and sour cream and like lettuce and stuff like that.
I don't know how I feel about that, Caesar.
It sounds messed up. I'd try it once at least.
You try it once. Caesar will do anything once, guys.
No. Tacos.
Caesar will eat any taco once.
I quit.
Anyway, so backstage, Maxine Dupree and the rest of Alpha Academy is talking to R-Truth, and they were talking about the commercial, and R-Truth said he loved it, and it made him change his whole workout routine, and if Butch had taken their advice, maybe he wouldn't have lost. Pete Dunne walked in, and he's so angry and sick and tired of him hearing that name.
He's pouting. I feel bad for him. He's pouting.
He said, Butch, please, Pete, I'm trying to help you. He called him Pete, too, though, but Butch, please, as he gets taken out. And after that little near skirmish, we had Chad Gable with American Made approach Alpha Academy, and Chad Gable's disgusted. He's so embarrassed with what's happened to Alpha Academy, what he left to Otis, and what he's done to it. And the commercial was an embarrassment and a travesty. And he's going to finally kill his darlings. And he's going to start with Tozawa. This is what I was talking about. This feud should have happened already. The crowd popped when Otis stood up to Chad Gable in this segment, but man, they're past the heat on this. Hopefully they can torch it back up a little bit and people still be happy. But this kind of crested and hit its culmination a few two months ago?
3, maybe. I don't know. I've always wondered how Raw would turn out if they did it where like they'd alternate matches every other week. Like this week they'd have segments only featuring like these 10 superstars, and then like the week after maybe like these 10, but like a little bit intertwining from like the previous week.
Mm-hmm.
And like kind of like how like sports do it. These 6 teams are playing today, then the next time is another 6 teams. I'd be kind of curious to see how that would go.
Yeah. There's a lot of different concepts they could run into.
Because I'm sorry, but like, can you hear on some episodes of like Raw or SmackDown, these two are fighting for the 100th time? You're like,
yeah, they've got deeper rosters.
Like, I'm sorry, you know, Billy Joe, Barbara Swanson's back in catering, waiting for his first match. He's been on the roster since like July of 2014.
Billy Joe Barbara Swanson.
Yeah. Book him. Mania champion right there.
It's a long name. I'm not usually in favor of cutting names down, but they would need to cut that one down.
They would call him Swanson.
Yeah. Or Joey Barb.
No, but what happened with Joey T?
Well, he's on commentary.
You don't mess with Joey T.
Look, if we can get past having Braun Breaker, Braun Strowman, and Bronson.
Bronson.
If we can get past that, then we can.
Joey T's finisher is the headset.
I like that.
The headset removal. It's just like an extreme clothesline or something.
Oh my god. So Jackie Redmond was trying to interview the New Day, and because it didn't go so well last week, Xavier blamed it on biased journalism. And as she was trying to get this interview, there was arose such a clatter in the background, and she's like, "Hey guys, I'm sorry, we have to see what's going on back here." Mm-hmm. So New Day left in the cold there, and we saw that the Pure Fusion Collective, I guess in celebration of Zoey's win tonight, decided to beat the crap out of Kairi Sane. And so Kairi Sane's down behind like a box. Io Sky and Dakota Kai running a check on her, and so.
See, listen, I don't speak for everyone with this, but I speak for myself. When I get a paycheck, I do this thing called pay my bills, and maybe prepay for some PLEs or PPVs. I don't go break someone's arm or beat someone up. Woo, paycheck!
It's like, woo, my check cleared. Bam,
honey.
Guess what I'm buying? Beef.
Hey, boss. Like,
thanks for signing my check. Ah!
I don't understand. I'm laughing. Like, I don't get it.
Back.
Like, what would happen if she won the belt? Is she gonna murder somebody? Like,
she's gonna run somebody over with the car. She'll do it for The Rock.
It's
do it for the people.
No, she'll get a bigger paycheck from winning the belt, and she'll buy her other sleeve of her jacket. Ooh, no, it's just so stupid.
Fantastic.
I've heard some rumors now of who might replace Kairi, but I don't know if anything is true yet. I'm not gonna say names, obviously, on air, but I'm just saying, like,
these are names, just so you know.
I don't want to be that guy and be like, I'm guaranteeing. No, God, no. I'm just saying, like, the rumor mill exploded as soon as they saw like Kairi got hurt. And it was anything from, oh my God, Kairi's been done dirty. And I'm like, I mean, I kind of agree with that. But, like, what could happen now? Gotta wait and see. Next week.
Have to wait and see. But, guys, that takes us up to the main event that we discussed at the top of the show. Oh my God, shit. Yes. Jesus.
Wrong answers only. Wrong answers only.
Yeah. So, God, I completely. I do apologize, guys. I was missetting my notes. It's not Goldberg. Stop it.
I said wrong answers only.
Wrong answers only. Wrong answers only. It's Jeff Hardy, clearly.
No, it's what did you say earlier? Matt Hardy version 1. He's re-debuting.
Coming back. I mean, the internet is all a Twitter on Twitter.
The Twitter.
And the Twitters. And everyone's screaming Penta.
I don't think so, but I don't know so.
Yeah, so we'll see. But yeah, that
like who else could it be? Honestly. Like only a handful of names that can really come into my head. Penta, Bloodline members, and that's it.
Who would a zero represent?
No, I'm just saying, like, that's what I'm saying is like,
Right.
I'm just tossing names out. So
Just making it rain names out there.
yeah,
Yeah, everyone's shouting Penta, and I don't know. I don't know, guys.
not that I'm not a fan of that idea. Where would you put him? NXT?
Well, the joke response I wanted to give was the LWO. Because that's what everybody on the internet's going to be saying in their memes, and not any of my memes, because that's a tired joke, guys. But realistically, I mean the promo spot was for a debut on January 6th, right?
Maybe.
I thought it was. I don't Raw.
But who would you put him with?
Oh man! You know though, if you put him on SmackDown and you get him in a program with Nakamura, those matches would be really, really good.
For the belt?
Well, I mean, eventually.
Okay, no, I'm gonna back you on that one. That would be pretty sweet.
They could have a good series of matches.
But on Raw though, if you could put him with? I wonder, because you can't just give him to anybody. And please,
well, I don't know about feuds right off the bat, but in terms of just like matches,
That's what I'm saying.
Talking about Chad Gable, I like to see Chad Gable wrestling. But then again, like I'd watch Chad Gable work just about anybody. So
yeah. I just don't want him to put it like a Sami Zayn or a Drew McIntyre.
Not yet, no. I don't know. I don't really know what they have planned for him, but
like I said,
even him, if it's even Penta, we don't know.
I mean, I still love John's joke answer he said off stream. That was the best thing ever. Yeah, we just gotta wait till whenever said individual. It's obviously vacant. That's who's debuting.
Vacant is making a return.
Yeah, he'll go the 35-1 title reign.
Vacant, undefeated, vacant.
Yeah,
but yeah, that's Monday Night Raw in a nutshell. Caesar, before we hop into our jobber of the night, was there anything else you wanted to touch on or discuss that we did not hit?
all I can say is thank you to Triple H for actually letting the people go home, whether it's Christmas or any kind of holiday.
Yep.
And doing pre-recorded episodes. You don't like it? Shut up.
Yeah, exactly. To the people chattering on the online about, complaints about pre-recorded shows, shut the fuck up. I sincerely mean that. These are human beings, and they have families, and they deserve to go home and see them and spend holidays with them just the same as anyone else does.
Even if you don't like them as professional wrestlers, as family people, you gotta go, okay, I'll turn off my hatred for them and let them go be parents or be whatever they want to be.
They'll be back busting ass, right
or
after. Or
taking ass whoopings. We don't know.
Maybe a little bit of both. But yeah. But that's going to take us into tonight's jobber of the night for Monday Night Raw. Caesar, my man, who do you have as your jobber of the night for December the 16th, 2024?
There was a lot of people you could put out there as the jobber for different reasons. Mm-hmm. But I don't know who to pick because, looking at the names on the show tonight, I don't want to be a guy who say oh, it was this person because the obvious answer. But I almost want to say Kyrie because she got set up to go into this title tournament and then gets injured, kayfabe or not. It's what was the point of that? Why didn't you just put in the other person or whoever it was? So I'll just go with that one for now. Kyrie.
Fair enough. I had a hard time with it tonight. Like, I feel bad because I pick on her a lot, but like, it's really it's the match itself, that triple threat with Kayden, Carter, Raquel Rodriguez, and Zoey Stark. Like, it's just the lack of reaction, and like there's a lot of talent there, you know. But for lack of a better option, it's that. And again, like I said, with that match, the right woman won, but like, that was just a bad call to book the three of them together in a triple threat.
Well, like I said, why do I feel like they're just picking someone that can feed to Dakota Kai next week? What if it's that?
Yeah.
Like, how much do you want to bet? How much do you want to bet all of a sudden next week, or whenever the next match is, it's going to be Dakota Kai's taking the win
over Zoey Stark?
Well, over whoever would have won, doesn't matter who it was.
Yeah.
Stark, Rodriguez, Carter, doesn't matter. It's just gonna be winner is winner. Simple as that.
I wish they could get. I don't know what to do. What to tell them to do with, Carter and Chance.
The theme songs.
Yeah, the theme song. It gets no response. Like, it starts. It even has a countdown, and people still don't get hyped for it. If it's one thing that wrestling fans love, it is counting up or down from 1 to 10. Or anywhere in between. We love it. We love counting to 10, okay? Or from it.
Or halfway in between.
It doesn't matter. They start at 4, and they should get more hype, but they don't. They don't. It works on NXT. It works on NXT
should just
so well.
Give Kayden like a theme song, like a metal theme song for a switch. Maybe that'll do something. I'm just saying, like, something different. But, we'll figure it out.
But that's going to take us into tonight's megastar of the night. Caesar, I have a sneaking suspicion that you and I may have the same megastars this evening.
Well, I mean, I could take the obvious route, but I think after the longest time of waiting for them to achieve this, I think you want to keep them. That's your megastar. So I'll let you have that. I'll be a gentleman and a Canadian. Let you take that spot.
Well, it goes without saying, and I think people know then that my megastar tonight are the War Raiders. They are the War Raiders.
They are finally.
They are the tag champions. They have come so long. Long-time viewers of this program know how much I love the wrestlers themselves in this unit, but how much I hated the Viking Raiders tag team name. Worst name, one of the worst teams in the history of this company. And my God, that is saying something. I'm comparing that to things like Mantar or the Bastion Booger. But this name's worse. All right, Viking Raiders was the worst name. But they fought their way back from that. Injuries came back. Finally, were able to just toss that gimmick aside. They're basically being themselves as the War Raiders, and they are now the WWE Tag Team Champions. And they're also my megastar of the night. Eric, Ivar, fuck yeah, guys. Caesar, who's your megastar tonight?
Well, I mean, besides the obvious, I was going to say, like I said, I could have picked them, but I thought you'd want to be more excited to be like, about time. I will give an honorable mention to one Damian Priest for helping the Judgment Day lose. Thank you for that. Even though it was as simple as, how is this chair not moving? Oh my God, it's Damian Priest. So thank you. As simple as that was to do.
Tip of the hat to Damian Priest.
Tip of the hat, lifted the hood. Thumbs up, fist bump, whatever you want to do. But if I'm gonna give my actual megastar to somebody, this man can literally walk into a room and stand there and not say a damn word. And someone in the room is terrified. Also, hello, Molly. But that man is one Drew McIntyre. Whether it's him just showing up and doing nothing, or kicking off Sami Zayn's head, or anything in between, it's the aura. It's the way, like him standing there. Like that picture right there could be captured with anything from, "I'm gonna tear your freaking head off, Seth," or "So are we doing lunch still?" Like, it's great. You can't tell, but it's the aura.
There's something to say about Drew McIntyre, especially for a guy who lost the world title in 5 minutes. Yeah. That's gotta be like the best year somebody's had after losing a world title in 5 minutes since like Daniel Bryan in the 28 seconds. And this wasn't even like a fight the flow thing. Like it just was good.
Chavo Guerrero didn't get a run like that after he lost the ECW title to Kane in like 15 seconds. So.
I always forget that happened until it gets brought up or until I'm watching the show and I go, what is this match? And then it ends in 2 seconds and I go, oh yeah, that's why I don't remember this.
Yeah.
But yeah, Drew McIntyre, fucking, he could be a wrestler of the year if he's honestly a wrestler of the year candidate, which is wild again for someone who lost the title in 5 minutes.
Yeah. But I'd have to look at the statistic on this, Caesar, but I want to say you might have picked Drew McIntyre as your megastar this year more times than any other wrestler.
Well, I've seen a lot of shit he's done on the outside of TV time, and I've seen stuff he's done on the inside. And I'm sorry, but when your finisher is a running like drop kick essentially, and I'm pretty sure if you did it properly in a video game, the person's head would go flying off. Yeah. So, and for crying out loud, like when he used to be a 3MB to now how he is, like huge.
He's versatile.
Huge.
He's versatile. And you know, I'm glad he ditched the sword. Hate the sword so much. So
the sword would be good for like pay-per-view entrances. That's it.
I don't like it. I don't like the idea of bringing a weapon to the ring that you can't use in a match.
Well, I do agree with that one, actually. I completely agree.
Like, I have the same issue with Carmen Petrovic on NXT. She brings a katana to the ring. And I get part of her shtick that she kind of dresses like, Uma Thurman from Kill Bill. But, like,
still,
it's a katana. You're not going to use it in the match, you know?
Unless it's a foam katana, but still, even then.
Right. But yeah, that's our jobbers and megastars of the night. Great Raw. We'll see what they have for us next week with the recorded episode. Next week is Christmas week, so
and if you see any spoilers, avoid right away. No, just avoid right away.
Yeah, we shut spoilers down here at Dirt Sheet Radio, guys. We do.
Spoiler. There's wrestling next week.
But you know what's not a spoiler?
What's that? Tell me.
We're here more than just Monday nights.
Ooh.
Obviously, we're here for Monday nights every single week for Raw.
Yeet.
We're also here every Tuesday for NXT.
Quack, quack.
Wednesday nights, you know what that means? It's AEW Dynamite. Thursdays is for TNA Impact. And of course, Fridays are for SmackDown. And hey, if you're up super duper late on Wednesday nights, you should check out the Dirt Sheet Radio flagship program. Yeah, it's going to be up posted late, but hey, it'll be posted by the morning if you just want to check it out in the morning with your coffee or your commute,
or your Monster,
that way. Or your Monster, whatever you're drinking in the morning. And also on Sundays, once CJ and I get our act together, we are hoping by the new year we will be able to get this going again. But we are planning a weekend wrestling roundup every Sunday coming to you soon.
Every Sunday,
but consistently every Sunday that actually happens. The guys over at 3NT bring you the latest and greatest in all of the world of professional wrestling with the crispest graphics in all of the IWC.
I gotta interrupt for a second, just a split second. I do want to advertise something really cool for our AEW fans. The guys at 3NT Wrestling and myself will be interviewing Dax Harwood this Friday. So if you have questions or anything like that, be sure to, drop them in the comments or whatever. But definitely tune into that.
Hell yeah.
Dax the Axe, let's go.
Hell yeah, so looking forward to that.
This Friday.
Caesar, where can they find you?
Alrighty, guys. As always, I'm hanging out with this gentleman, that lovely little four-legged cutie on the side. John and our boy CJ when he comes around every Monday night doing this episode of Monday Night Raw review. But as always, I'm hanging out on the Wednesday with the boys as well as John Escudero, Nick, and Robbie talking about AEW Dynamite. If you want to talk to me on the socials, my handle is @NoobTube. You can hit me on Twitter, Facebook, whatever social media platforms there are. There are too many to name, so I'm not going to name them all. What I am going to say is, Tyler, where can our fans and viewers talk to you next?
Hey, I will be back live tomorrow night for NXT. You can always find me at The Pro Wrestling Hipster over on Facebook. After you follow Dirt Sheet Radio, of course, give me a follow there. And I'll be back live tomorrow night. Thank you all for tuning in this evening. We'll see you then, guys. Good night, everybody.
Yeet!